What's up, coaches? Hope you guys are doing well. Here's our video for Tuesday. So warm-up approach, the same. If you need a reminder or a refresher, watch the video at the top. Feel free to be creative with your movements here. Let's keep it short, let's keep it sweet. Let's get them in and into the actual work for the day. Specific warm-up, we're gonna be prepping the shoulders for the push and pull. So I've suggested some banded pass-throughs and banded pull-aparts here. I want this to be short, 1 to 2 minutes. If you want to incorporate something else, feel free to use kettlebell halos, eyes wise tees, whatever your preference is good. Let's just keep it short and emphasize prepping the shoulders for the push-pull test. So we have 2 tests that we're going to be completing today. We have the push-up test and the pull-up test. So we're going to be retesting this at the end of the cycle. So our goal is to have 100% repeatable standards with minimum repetitions of 10 for the push-ups and 5 for the pull-ups. So what we're gonna do for the push-ups is we're gonna do chest to deck or bar push-ups, nothing in between. So the chest to deck push-up, the repeatable standard that we're looking for is my chest is making contact every single time. My legs are never making contact. So we don't want this to turn into like a hand release worm style push-up. Everything's straight and tight. Chest contacts, legs never do. 1, chest, legs never do. Okay? So it's never this. I'm never resting on the ground and then peeling myself off. I can rest for 3 seconds at the top. 1001, 1002, 1003. All right? When we're scaling this, we're scaling to the bar push-up. So what we're gonna do is count the holes that we're moving up on the rig, and this will be our retest position at the end of the cycle as well. All right? So your good pushers that are really close, maybe really close to the floor, and their body may be at just a very small angle. Those that are just getting into doing push-ups and still a long ways away from the pure chest to deck push-up will likely be at a much larger angle. So they're gonna go the same standards here, all right? They are gonna set up straight tight line, the contact can be made at the lower portion of the chest. They're gonna be going for max repetitions, all right? They're allowed to rest for 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, before they have to go back down, all right? This may take some experimentation, meaning they're not quite sure the level that is right for them to get at least 10. Just have them experiment. Okay, this feels good, this is too easy, too hard. Find that sweet spot and then run the test, all right? The pull-ups, we want the exact same setup in terms of we've gotta have a repeatable standard, we've gotta go with great technique, and we want a minimum of 5 reps. So we're gonna use one of 3 options. Pull-ups with your body weight, okay? Strict pull-ups with up to 2 red bands. Those are the skinniest red bands in most gyms. If your skinny bands are something different, then you need to go 2 of your skinniest bands only. And then inverted chest to bar pull-ups, all right? So this is a very similar setup, and likely we'll put the athlete at the same angle they were doing push-ups at. But we're gonna set them up and they contact at the lower portion of the chest, and we're gonna squeeze straight tight body, all right? The only time we would bend the knees is if their feet are slipping. And ideally, you'd be able to put a plate in front of their foot so they don't slip. We'd love a straight tight body here if possible. So I'm gonna go a chest to bar pull up for max repetition, all right? Some people are gonna be very stubborn here. They're gonna wanna do the chest to deck push-up. We want this to be really, really strict in terms of the standards so that we can actually see progress, right, in a measurable way. On the chest to bar pull-ups, you're measuring the holes in the same way you would on the push-ups, all right? We wanna do this in partner groups. So you wanna have partners count each other and alternate, and we'll go over the course of the time period that's noted in today's notes. All right, let's take a look at your workout. All right, guys, so this will be a testing workout. Make sure that people are logging this because it will be retested at the end of the cycle. We're testing light loads, move for high repetition, muscle stamina, also repeatability. Because of the 3 rounds, it will require us to pace and to be smart with our energy output over the course of those 3 rounds. So we're going to 3 rounds of 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. This is set up just like that Fight Gone Bad, where we're going to be going rotating between the 5 movements. All right, so we have 45 seconds of push press with a 1 second pause at the top. The push press, ideally, we're looking for a light load and high repetitions. 30 unbroken when fresh. That pause at the top is not long, just enough to say, I own this overhead position, and then right back down. All right, when talking about the push press, ideally, with this setup here, we have 1 barbell, we have 1 box, and we have 1 dumbbell. The barbell being used for step back lunges and push press, the dumbbell being used for goblet squats and the renegade row, and then the box being used for the sprawl to box over. All right, we can make necessary changes as needed, but we would love for that to be the setup for the vast majority of our athletes. All right, as we continue to work within certain spaces, and we're not wanting to set up like we normally would with Fight Gone Bad, where we have like 5 different people at one particular station. We'd like to have 1 to 2 people at the very most, and ideally people have their own equipment, that single barbell, that single dumbbell, and then their own box. All right, so moving on to the goblet squat. The goblet squat and the renegade row ideally use the same dumbbell. All right, so the renegade row may be the determining factor versus the squat, which is good. We want to test stamina. So even if it's a lighter squat, we're going to burn those things out. We're going to get high repetitions. All right, a burn beats load here in the goblet squat. Sprawl to box over. So sprawl to box over being not a full burpee, but doing a sprawl and then up and over the box. Athletes can get up and over however they like. All right, there is no RX. It could be a step, a jump, that they can use their hands. Doesn't matter, as long as they're getting up and over the box quickly, they're accomplishing the goal. All right, and then we have the sprawl to renegade row as the next movement. The sprawl to renegade row is going to be single dumbbell. So the single dumbbell, I'm going to be sprawling with hand on. Let's say I start on my right side. I'm going to sprawl into my position, renegade row on that one side, and then stand. I'm going to go opposite arm, sprawl, stand. Opposite arm, sprawl, and stand. All right? This is going to be a difficult movement for some. Some people might even go down to body weight for this. All right? The last movement had the front rack step back lunges. So that's front rack position. Here's where you may get into having to put in a kettlebell, maybe a medicine ball for someone. The range of motion is king right here. So we're stepping back and alternating legs over the course of that 45 seconds. All right. So overall, keep the weights light, okay, and keep the repetitions high. Chase burn and stamina overload. And we want constant movement during that 45 seconds. Maybe taking a few strategic breaks along the way just to stay steady and consistent over the course of those 3 working rounds. All right. If you guys have questions or feedback on this, make sure you run your primer, 10 seconds of each movement. Make sure that we're fitting that bill, fitting that stimulus of the high repetition with the low weight. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. See ya.